Of course I am. Thank you. No, we're not pairing Python and Angular together. Once we get to a certain part with Python and Boot.dev, we are going to be building something with Django. So I'm going to be picking up Django, building something with it, and reinforcing Python. Angular is separate for our Twitch Sprout project. And Angular is just something I kind of wanted to pick up and try out because I really like Nest. So kind of similar way of organizing things, and we'll give it a try. What's up, Jessa? Good morning to you as well. How are you doing? Happy Friday. All right, so I think everything's good. Let's go ahead and post this in Discord. Create an event. All right, looks good. Can't even hear that. Oh, because I was muted. Huh. Oh, because I was muted. Okay, there we go. Now we're live. All right, cool. Let's post it in Discord. All right, publish. Let's go. A little behind today. All right. There we go. Sounds good. I gotta go now, but I'll be back later. Enjoy learning. All right, take care, Vrish. What's up, Anonymous? How you doing? Happy Friday. Good morning, everyone. All right, so we beat this before. Let's go on to our next thing with Python. And as usual, there's music on Twitch, no music on YouTube. And you can request songs if you are a sub on Twitch. And I think that's everything. What's up, Kelsey? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, early streams, Jakes. How you doing? We're going to be trying early streams for a few weeks. You know what? I'm even going to edit my title. Intermittent fasting. There we go. On Twitch. Doing all right. Glad to hear it. Never been able to watch live. Well, welcome, man. Welcome. How you doing? They're too late, I'm guessing. Yeah, so people, across the world should be able to see these as well. It's one benefit of doing morning streams. I mean, there are a couple benefits, but yeah, I used to do morning streams a long time ago. All right, so, feel free to ask questions. You know what? Ask questions around becoming a web or a developer in chat. It's a long pinned, but that's okay. All right. Pin. All right, let's go. All right, so we're gonna have to refresh with Python. So what I'm probably gonna do, honestly, I gotta figure out days, but I want to do 2 Python days, 2 Boot.dev days and 1 Angular day, or I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out, but we'll probably shove the gaming streams to Saturday morning, and if I have something going on Saturday morning, which I usually don't, not in the morning, then we'll skip the gaming stream. But I want to keep up with the coding streams. The gaming is definitely extra, which I like, but yeah, that's what I've decided. So I'll put that schedule up somewhere. You know what? Might as well put it to do because I say I'm going to remember it and then I don't. So add Gaming to Saturday schedule. And then we got to create an event in Discord too. All right, events. Learning Python with Boot.dev. Go 10 a.m. to 11:45. That should give us enough time to publish a short too. Yeah, we'll do that. 11:45 is when we end. At the latest. There we go. Now we're good. Let's go. What's up, Kadao? How you doing? How's it going? Happy Friday. All right, class variables versus instance variables. So we've worked with both class variables and instance variables, but we haven't talked about the difference. Okay, so instance variables vary from object to object and are declared in the constructor. Okay. Class variables. Class variables remain the same between instances of the same class and are declared at the top level of a class definition. Oh, okay. My mind's turning on. Yeah. Well, never mind. Okay, let me read that again. Instance variables vary from object to object and are declared in the constructor. Okay. So practically, what's the difference? Class variables remain the same between instances of the same class and are declared at the top level of the class definition. Okay. Why wouldn't this be consistent, though? Only updates this instance of a wall. Updates all? Really? Oh. Let me read these. Class wall, soft wall equals, we instantiate wall, and then the height of the instance is changed. I did not know you could do this. Okay, so you have a class, you have the height, then you create a new instance of that wall, and then you print that height, and then you change 20, and the instance changes? I did not know that was a thing, ever. Huh, okay. In other languages, these types of variables are often called static variables. Variables, fields, and properties.
Stop it. Get some help.
You get some help. Variables, fields, and properties. The terms instance and class variable, field, property, and attribute are used interchangeably and usually refer to the same concept in languages that support some form of object-oriented programming. Here's a quick reference for some popular languages. Python, class variable. I should, honestly, add more rewards that just troll me. What do you guys think about that? Okay, it's a field. Let's see, okay, property. Yeah, this is not a thing in JavaScript. All right, which are the difference between these two? So which should I use? Generally speaking, stay away from class variables, just like global variables. Class variables are usually a bad idea because they make it hard to keep track of which parts of your program are making updates. However, it is important to understand how they work because you see them out in the wild. Okay. Assignment. Some lazy code that's managed by another development team is causing some bugs in our team's class. Now let me catch up with this a little bit. Doing pretty well, although this weekend is going to be applying for other jobs. Okay, looking for another job. Is it not going so well with your current job? Not much, just dealing with a CI/CD issue. Oof. That could be fun. It's pretty cool. Early stream. What's up, CTH? Yep, early stream indeed. How you doing? Okay. Some lazy code that's managed by another development team, another development team, is causing some bugs in our team's class. We can fix it by using instance variables instead of class variables. In the main function that our team isn't responsible for, a line like dragon element fire, okay, here, should not affect our existing dragon instances. We want our users to specify each dragon element's type when they create a new dragon with a constructor. Update the dragon class, remove the element class variable, and instead use an instance variable that's configurable via the constructor. Okay, remove the element class variable and instead use an instance variable. Oh, you're just saying this. So it takes element. So self dot element equals element. Nope, no semicolons in Python. Fire. Okay, so ice. This is not going to work. Fire dragon does 300 damage. Ice dragon does 100 damage. Okay, cool. That should work. Let's go. Hell yeah. What's up, Cold Pizza? How you doing, man? Happy Friday. Yeah, I'm working 10-hour days. Oh, you were the overtime. I remember. So I definitely want to apply. Yeah, dude, I totally get it. What kind of position you going to be going for? You prefer Python or JavaScript? I kind of want to build something with Python, to be honest. I don't know. I know a lot more JavaScript, so I can build more with it, which is kind of why I prefer it. But if I get comfortable with Python, I don't know. I like the syntax of Python a lot more than JavaScript. I could say that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to build something with Python for me to figure that out. All right. Oh, we should get the quests. Let's see if we can. I don't remember if we did this last time. If we accomplish this, let me see how long it takes, and then we'll do the bigger chest. Because I think in 2.5 hours we can get the big chest, but... Oh yeah, 72 notifications. Let's go. Employee management. Age of Dragons Incorporated is growing rapidly. They need a way to keep track of all their employees. They've asked you to create an internal tool to help them manage their employees. You know what? I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and do Mondays and Fridays are going to be Boot.dev days. And Wednesdays are going to be Angular days and Nest.js days. I think because I kind of want to split it up a little bit more. I mean, Monday, Friday, it's only split up one extra day. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I think Mondays and Fridays are going to be Boot.dev days, though. All right, so unfortunately, your team lead is asking you to make an interesting design decision. She's asked you to use a shared class variables to keep track of the company's name and the total number of employees inside of an employee class. You want to make a separate company class, but she's the boss. Okay. Instead, the following class variables, or initialize the following class variables to company name. Set to, okay. Age of Dragons Incorporated. So, class variables. Okay, got it. Company name equals Age of Dragons incorporated. Total employees set to 0. In the constructor, the constructor should take the following parameters in order and set them to the corresponding instance of the variables. Last name, well, you've already done that. Don't do this for me. Like, let me write this out. Also, it should increment the total employees. Class variable each time a new employee is created. Okay. Remember, total employees is a class variable, not an instance variable. All right. Honestly, you know, it's kind of an interesting use case of class variables if we had, I mean, for employees, if we wanted to record the number of employees. But yeah, that probably should be under company. All right, so let's do it. I mean, is this all we're doing? Cool. And then we're going to increment total employees plus, is it plus equals 1 in Python? I think so. Add a getName method that returns the employee's full name as a string. Okay. Like, have me create the damn method in here. Why are you doing this for me? Let me write it out. I should be writing all this out and thinking for myself a bit. Self.get, oh, self dot, well, no, we're just literally returning, dot, that returns, okay. So to return, like, use interpolation with returning a string. If we do like print f this, I think we could just return this. Cannot access local variable. What do you mean local? Where it is not associated with a value. What does that mean? This plus equals 1. Oh, that's what that means. Oh. Yeah. Let's try it again. First name is not defined. Isn't that how you define it? Instance variables, self. Oh, first name down here. Oh. Gotta remember that. Self. Failed. Okay. What? Expected name John Carmack. Actual name John Carmack. What? Oh, no, that's true. Okay. Expected employees, actual employees. The way we access this, like with a class variable, do we have access to this? No. Okay. Plus equals 1. That's the construct. So every time a new instance is created, we should increment this by 1. I'm just going to do this for a second. Total employees plus 1. Let's go to spellbook. Python instance variables. Why is it 0? This isn't working. Why not? I mean, do we... like every time it's... Like, we're not going to do something like this, are we? Maybe we are. Employee total employees plus equals 1. Dude, that feels so weird. That worked. That feels so weird to call the class here. I don't know why. All right, let's go. We did it. Gotta head into the office, be back soon. All right, sounds good. I'm looking for something along the lines of embedded C, C++ roles. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Enjoy. Yeah, it's just new. I'm just used to JavaScript. Like these static variables are just kind of odd to me. I don't think it's a thing in JavaScript anyways, but yeah, just a bit different. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. Let's go. Wizards are having a hard time keeping track of all the books in their library. They need they need your help to create a library system that allows them to add, remove, and search for books. Magical incantations to find books have unfortunately not been invented yet. Oof. You've been tasked with writing the code for the wizard library. Complete the library in the book classes listed below. Again, let me write these damn classes out. The initializer. Okay. So book class, set title and author to the values of the parameters. Library class, initialize a .name member variable to the value of the name parameter. The books member initialize to an empty list. Okay. Let's do it. I'm wondering if we have to get rid of the pass. Probably, because I'm guessing this like forces the test to pass it. No, passes. It has to be a Python specific thing. Create a books member initialized to an empty list. Add book, the given book instance to the library books instance variable by appending it to the name of the list. Okay. I want to keep the pass in, just see what happens. Actually, if I run it, okay, it's still okay. I was wondering if these would like force it to pass. So, dude, I literally forgot how to add to an array with Python. Yeah, I got to do boot.dev stuff more often. We were doing the git stuff and the command line stuff for a while, though. Given the book instance, the library's books. Okay. I mean, yeah, I just forgot. Array. List. Concatenation? It's just a pen. Okay, I actually had assumed it was a pen, but I probably should have just tried it, to be honest. Remove book. I don't remember the remove command for sure, though. If the book's title and author match a library book's title and author. Okay, so it has to match the title and author. To search an array. So essentially, we got to search the array of books and remove that from the array, from the list. Python. If in. Got it. But we're going to have a book instance. It's not going to do like a deep match, is it? Like if we just did if book in self dot books. Oh yeah. No, we can't just do that. So do we have to loop through it each time? Why is this a link? More on list. Ah. Whose value is equal to? Wait, does this actually work? There's no way this works. We have self books remove. What was this again? Here, let's get rid of that. Remove the first item from the list whose value is equal to X. Oh, it's literally just spitting out an error. X is not in the list. X. Book to remove. Does it like do... I don't know if it does a deep search. Or like a deep match. It's a pretty good song, whoever requested this. Can be used to remove a dictionary from a list if the dictionary is an exact match to the element specified for... I think we should be able to just use remove. But it is saying X is not in the list. Let's keep going. Let's finish this one. For every book in the library, check if the search string is contained in the title or author field. Case insensitive. Return a list of all books that match the search string. Ordered in the same order as they were added to the library. Okay. I mean, we're just looping through, I guess. I don't know if I get rid of the pass or not. I feel like the remove should work. I don't know. I don't know what that does. Okay, so to loop through Python, dude, I'm spending too much time away from using the fundamentals with Python. I'm just forgetting them, going back into the JavaScript world. So I think like Monday and Friday are gonna be good. At least 2 days a week would be good. All right, so book in self.books. How do we... That should be it. So for book in self.books, if... Nope, not JavaScript. If book dot author, or we'll just do title equals search string. What is the or operate? Oh man, I forgot. Python or. It's lowercase or. Okay. Or book dot author equals search string. Then we want to return, so it's case insensitive, which I did see before. Return a list of all the books. So let's build up a and we are going to append the book. And that's it. So after a book is removed, it should no longer be returned in the search results. I mean, is there anything extra we need to do in order to do that? All failed. X not in the list. Can you give me the actual... Okay, so adding book, removing book, trial by Franz. Been tasked with writing the code. Doesn't say anything. Has nothing to do with like class or instance method or properties. So it's just, I mean, Does it even add it? Okay, let's test some of this. Book object, okay. I mean, we can... What would it be? Like self.books? Or no, it's like length self.books. So this should error out. This is going to be one more index than what we have, right? List object has no attribute title. Right. Okay. So we're going to do -1. List. What am I doing? Length. Oh, what am I doing? No, not length of this. Okay, let's go back. Dot title. Okay, out of range. Cool. For list, what am I doing? Self dot. Oh my god, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm writing. -1. This should work. Okay, so we have -1. So Why is this printed before? Okay, so we have Jane's library, the trial, adding book trial, removing book to trial. So the print is just a little bit out of order, but we are getting this. So the add is adding it correctly. I'll check chat once I'm done with this. Because I know there are probably spoilers in chat, so. Something to do with this. Remove X, X not in list. Even though it is. It's just instantiating like a new library. Why wouldn't this work? Self.books.remove. I might ask. Let's look at the hints. You can use .lower method. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. My interpretation of case insensitive. I don't think that's probably something bugging us, but case sensitive. When I say when I think of case sensitive, I think that we have to account for case insensitive means oh yeah, never mind. So case insensitive means like it could match if we have a capital letter and that there's a lowercase letter. Okay, well, that has nothing to do with the remove, but we're gonna have to do that here. When we search for a book, I mean, really just in our search we need to worry about that, right? Okay. I'm pretty sure we're going to need that. Okay, let's ask Boots. Why not? Do we want... maybe I want to spend a little bit more time on this, actually. And author match libraries book title and author remove book. I don't think the fact that it's specifying that no, the and isn't emphasized. I'm probably not understanding the remove. Remove the first item from the list whose value is equal to X. Okay, let's ask Boots. Let's try it out. I don't think we've used Boots seriously yet. Yeah, we can buy some baked salmon. That's fine. We'll feed Boots. Ah. Moves the first occurrence of a specific object from a list, not by matching key. Well, okay. When you call self.books.remove, Python looks for the exact book object in the list and it removes it. If found, it doesn't automatically compare attributes between different objects. In our library scenario, if you add a book to the library and then try to remove the same book object, it will work. However, if you create a new book object with the same title and author, that's why you need to explicitly compare the title and the author attributes between books. Okay. Okay. Fuck me. All right. That's why. Oh well, we learned something new. All right, so for book in self books, if let's see. Wait, what am I doing? If book dot title. And book dot author equals library book dot title. Then we're gonna do self dot books dot remove and remove the library book. What? Okay, we're getting closer. Let's go. Oh, it's a list of books. Well, no, we're returning the entire list here. Is this the search? Removing book 1984. Okay, searching for kill. Hmm. We're not matching here. Okay, so this is not working. Let's see. Or this. I don't think this is an order of operations thing. Can we, how do we print out an entire object? So we're going to see that. Okay. I thought it gave us kind of some other syntax that didn't really show the keys and values. Like that.
Look at my horse is amazing.
Ubard Thon, thanks for the follow. Welcome. We're almost done. I'll check out chat once we're done. Yeah. Just doesn't match. Oh, it's in. Wait, what am I doing? Sir, okay, never mind. Hold on. I'm matching. I was thinking like it was trying to match the title or the author, but it's literally right in front of me. It's the search term. Wake up, Don. I'm gonna get some mint tea after this, I think. I heard mint tea was supposed to I think Zinka recommended mint tea to give me some energy while I'm intermittent fasting. I do gotta remember to drink more water though. All right. I don't know. String. Are we, I mean, do I really have to split it? Does Python just have like a search string? In? Oh, perfect. Dude, Python is so convenient. What the fuck? If no. Let me read this. If search string lower in book title lower or search string lower in book author lower. No. Let me see if it matches anything. I might be using in if in text print found. No. Okay. So it is working at some point. What is failing again? This is failing now. The trial? What the fuck? Searching for Kafka. Expected empty array. For the trial. If or... This is not an order of operations thing. There's no way. Which one is returning true? What the... The author? How's the author matching? What? So the author is Kafka, searching for Kafka. Why are you expecting an empty array? Because it was supposed to be removed? Is that why? So this isn't working? But this was working before. Self.books. We have all instances removed. We have an empty list afterwards. We can't. I think just because I'm streaming, normally I kind of work through this a little bit more, but I feel like I should be talking to chat, and I don't want to talk to chat for spoilers. All right. I got the search books working, but it seems the expected value in the first test is not working anymore. It's picking up a search result of a book with the author of Kafka, when that should have been removed. So our remove function might not be working like we thought. We need to make sure it's completely gone from the library's collection. Could you share the code you've written? I can. I just don't... I think we thought it was working. Small but important. You're comparing to lower instead of book. Oh, I'm literally doing this. Oh, my motherfucker. It was an order of operations thing. Fuck you. All right. I honestly thought the equals would come before the and. So we're literally comparing this. But even so, I think... Yeah, I thought equals would be prioritized in order of operations. I'm going to look that up in a second. That's not it. No, that's not it at all. Let me just read this. I just assumed what it was. Instead of... So I'm comparing author.lower with title lower instead of library author lower. This means the condition will never be true unless by chance an author's name exactly matches a book title. Let's fix that. So if title lower equals title lower and book author lower, what is the difference? What? What is the difference between what I have? Let's fix that. Did you fix it, or are you telling me to fix it? If book title.lower equals library book.title.lower and book, you didn't fix it. Oh, wait. Am I? Oh my God, dude. That's so dumb. Okay. I was right with order of operations. I'm actually much happier that I was right with that than just a simple typo. I don't mind a simple typo. I actually don't mind when I just do like silly little typos. It's stupid, but yeah. I'd rather that happen than like my understanding of things not be where I want it to be. I'll take it. I'll take the hit there. Why did I think that? Wasn't this working though? I swear this was working. I guess I didn't look at the test output. All right, cool. Submit. Let's go. We got it. All right, what's up, chat? Thank you for your patience. This was one of the last problems. These tend to be a bit longer, and I want to work through them. So I appreciate your patience. All right, let's see. What's up, awesome cameras? Hello, Jose. Is it Jose Molina? Sucks to be back in 5 days a week in office. Yeah, it's normal, man. It's normal. People got, I don't know. You know, you can get remote positions. They're just really competitive. People really got comfortable in the remote positions during 2021 and 2022. Felt that I only, but yeah, 5 days. I don't know, man. I like hybrid. I think hybrid's the way to go. I don't know. Obviously, ideal is remote, but it's just very uncommon. I would rather have a hybrid where I can like take 2 days off, at least 1 day off a week or something like that, and just work from home. Felt that I only get 2 days a week at home now. I now realize how spoiled I was. Yeah. Yeah, Trent. Yeah, exactly. My JavaScript brain is looking at this class with no. Oh, I know, dude. The number of times I've typed this is, I don't know. I lost count of it. Yep, Boots is handy. And what's up, Pedro? Boots is very handy. All right, let me catch up. Let's see. Going to apply. I'm gonna skip through some of this. Oh, damn, chat was flowing a bit. Let me catch up with you guys. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll kind of skim through this a bit. What's up, Turtle? How you doing? What's up, Papa Smiles? What's up, Moon Whiplash? What's up, Zinka? How you doing? You don't like the Gemini window, Kadao? I kind of like it. Sometimes. I think it should be a toggle. I agree with you. Little break won't hurt. I think so. We'll probably make some mint tea. Yeah, Zinka, you were the one that recommended the mint tea and lemon, right? So the lemon, I have a lemon thing, but it's with English breakfast tea, and that's caffeine, so I'm not doing that. But I do have a caffeine-free mint tea that I did try last night, and it does kind of boost my energy a little bit. I might try it again. Oh, you like books because it gives you a break? Honestly, I'm trying to read books right now. There's just something about books where I just don't read them. I'll read articles, I'll listen to videos and stuff like that, but I won't read books. I'll watch videos. There's just something about books that I don't want to read. I don't know. So I don't think I'm a big fan of the of books. I'm trying to force myself though. What's up, Devon? How you doing? Always love learning by books and by doing. Yeah, some people love books. Some people love books. And you could even tell with this, like, you could, me trying to reference Python fundamentals, you can see that I'm like struggling to remember, right? Because we went through, we don't really work on Python enough. We just don't. I think it kind of helps to do Boot.dev more frequently, but you could tell that I didn't really solidify those fundamentals that well so far when we skipped to the command line stuff, when we skipped to the Git stuff, and then we came back to Python. I almost feel like you have to go through this and spend more time than I did. Or you apply it. Like, I think applying it is good. I don't think like just going through Boot.dev is the most efficient thing that you can do. You're going to forget stuff. I don't think I'm unique with that. You're going to forget stuff. You have to apply it. And we haven't really applied it. We did what? Like that one example project after the Git stuff, after the command line stuff, and it's just, it doesn't really stick that well. My stomach's growling. I need more water. What's up, Moneyballin'? I like Office better, but with Monday, Friday is working from home Monday. Friday is nice, yeah. I like the options. Give me 2 days off. Give me 1 day off. I'm fine with 1 day off. But having a hybrid model is, I don't know, I've always had a hybrid model. I don't know. See, I didn't develop good habits for working from home with my third position, and it was 3 days working from home. And I think that hurt me, honestly. It's good working before I have to get ready for the Naruto Symphony tonight. There's a Naruto Symphony. Like, you're gonna go somewhere, listen to music that is Naruto songs. Is that what you mean? In your personal project or something? Yeah, like use Python to reinforce it in your personal project. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, books do nothing for you as well. Yeah, I like reading. I mean, you process things in a slightly different way when you are reading, but you can read on screen, right? Versus though, like if you're doing it with a video format and you're hearing it, you are processing things in a different way, which is why if you're stuck on a concept, it can be helped to absorb that information in a slightly different way and with a different author, definitely. But yeah, some people just have their preferences. Books are not mine. I like reading books, just not learning books like programming. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that. Except the reading part, the reading books part. Yep, docs and manuals are goated. Very true. And yeah, that Gemini can kind of prevent you from getting comfortable reading docs. I'll be honest at this point, and maybe it's a bit of a detriment, but I like using AI as a documentation lookup. I just don't care to look up documentation and search for it forever when I'm trying to reference something. I don't want it to solve any of my problems, which is why I was like really skeptical of even having Boots.dev do it, or Boots.dev do it, or Boots. It's not Boots.dev, it's just Boots. I think it depends how you learn the best by books. Yeah. Whatever works for you. Just apply it. No matter what, just apply it all the time. That's what's going to reinforce it. I'm thinking of firming up my Git skills before I start my first job at the end. We'll check out. Yeah, definitely check it out. Capscar. Definitely check it out. I like the Git section. It was by Primeagen. I think you did a good job with that. But keep in mind, like they released that for free, I think, on YouTube. So if you are looking to learn Git, you could search the Boot.dev YouTube channel first. My first job, I was supposed to be hybrid, but I only went into the office. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? What's up, Dewey? Yep, early sessions. Yeah, we're going to be trying them for a few weeks. Do you think Ruby is still a language worth learning instead of something more mainstream? Well, it depends on what your goals are. Why are you learning it, Laylo? What are you trying to get out of it by learning it? You're going to a place that will play Naruto music. Huh, that's unique. Can you touch on the known differences of work environments between a big company and a startup, if you know? The known differences? The work that you're doing, a lot of times it's slower, a little bit more higher focus on like quality. It can be, but it's spending a time. So if we're talking about like coding, it's spending time really like usually you're, I don't know. When I say this, you're always going to have exceptions because like Twitch isn't test heavy. When I was applying to the department I was in Twitch, they did not write a lot of tests, and they made that very clear. Where a lot of other big companies probably do. It just depends also on the framework and the ecosystem of your library or your language and framework. You're going to have different conventions that are... So, what am I trying to say? I think on average, you are going to spend more time on smaller features that impact more people at larger companies. And getting those features out tends to take longer than a startup. So there's usually a bit more work-life balance, money to be able to support junior developers, and runway to support them, more office politics. I don't know. Can you guys add to that? Hybrid is the way. Yep. I like hybrid. I think most people prefer hybrid. Try to only choose books that have exercises after each concept though. Yeah, those are helpful. Like, yeah, Eloquent JavaScript had that. I thought that was pretty cool. Or read the Git manual. I don't think that's the most efficient way to do it. I don't think the Git manual is like well laid out like the Boot.dev course. I don't like these. I don't believe in pushing people to just like read the manual. I think it's just bad advice. It doesn't help you retain it better for most people. Like if you're trying to push for people to read the documentation because they won't look it up, that's one thing. But I don't think the Git docs are going to teach you Git in a better way that a structured course will do it. I don't believe in just like pushing everyone to just read the docs. Done a lot of animes. Video games have been really good. Music and orchestras tour playing the music. Really? You should look into it. They're fun. I've never heard of that. That's interesting. And I haven't worked at like a big company as a developer too. So there might be people that can help you with that. What's your view on Web3? I like it. I think decentralized technology is interesting. What's up, Spider? I think it's just kind of built up a bad rap from the rug pulls. Your bond with your team in IRL, but I like to just meet once a month or so. Oh, that was a joke? Okay. Reading the Git manual. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Because I'm like, I remember the Git manual. It wasn't great. It wasn't as bad as like SQLized docs, but it wasn't great. Early sessions are the best. I realistically only work from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the tricky thing is I'm intermittent fasting right now, so I don't have a lot of energy. And I'm not able to critically think as well. So one problem with doing morning sessions, but I think once my body gets used to it, it'll probably be easier. I'd say for the biggest difference is scale. You have to be more wary of edge cases, so tests are highly important. Yeah. It's like, I think it's even another way to worry about it or word it is the expectation is less bugs. Where with startups, it's like just kind of push stuff out quickly and then iterate. Get a job that's more niche in the supposed belief that you don't have to compete with two. I mean, like it's just another way of doing it. I don't think one way is better, Laylo. I think a better way is to kind of learn a stack that is semi-marketable and get really fucking good. I think that's the strategy. So no one can tell you if that's going to be a better strategy to go like very niche. I would talk to Ruby developers that have gotten a job lately. And I think if you want to get a feel for like how that is, or people trying to get a job in Ruby. But you're going to be hired if you're really good at what you do and you have the soft skills. Currently learning web dev and free CC and finish HTML and CSS. How much time is realistic to become employable? I have so much free time. I usually, like if you're just doing free code camp, you're doing the self-taught path, give yourself at least 2 years and 3 months minimum. Bare minimum. Dimitri J. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. Dimitri J. I think I pronounced that correctly. You plan on going back to the industry, or are you focusing on content for the foreseeable? I'm focusing on content, and I'm getting more into course creation. I'm finally starting to work on courses. So I'm working on the job hunting course to get that out there. And I kind of just want to get all my ideas consolidated. And then, because I've been putting that off for a long time. And I am currently talking with Scrimba about creating a course for them. It's going to be more technical. I'm a midday girl. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is my top productivity. Yeah, I think that's how it is for most people. That's how it is for me. It really is. And I have a lot of, what I find is like I have a lot of like critical thinking and creative energy in the morning. And I can be more productive going into the afternoon. And then evening, I got to chill out a bit. And coding in the evening, I guess was kind of tough because of that. But I'd say I had more energy with food in me in the evening than I do with intermittent fasting in the morning. Quick question, is GraphQL one example of unit testing? What? One example of unit testing in relation to web development? No, GraphQL is a way to interface. It's just a way to connect your front end and back end. It's just like the API layer. So it has nothing to do with unit testing. Unit testing is separate. All right, I'm going to run pre-rolls. We're going to take a small break, and I got to get some mint tea. We're going to get some energy. But we'll keep going to about like 11:45 at least, so 45 more minutes. So I will be right back. Run some ads to get rid of the pre-rolls. All right. We're back. Let's go. Yeah, so I have some mint tea here. Pretty good. So I have ginkgo biloba, which definitely gives me quite a bit of energy, which I like. It's caffeine free, I think. I'm pretty sure. But I don't know, it just makes me more agitated a little bit. It's not major, but it is subtle. But it's impactful enough where like it does affect my mood a little bit. But I found that ginkgo biloba, and I have another nootropic that I use. I find they are just really good for energy. I think I want to explore more nootropics, but what is it? Ace L carnitine? Is that what it's called? That one increases anxiety a little bit for me because my normal state is very grounded, very little anxiety. I don't really get agitated. I'm pretty patient, but man, do those give energy. So sometimes I'll take them when I'm not streaming. And yeah, they're just, they're just productivity workhorses. They're amazing for that. Like when I'm not interacting with people. It goes 10 a.m. is my peak. It goes downhill from there. Nice. Which was more productive in the morning like y'all. I'm a night owl. You know, you got to know yourself. For sure. You have to know yourself and take advantage of it. That's what it's about, right? I'm so much more productive at night. It's so much easier to focus when it's quiet in my house and no one is bothering me. Yeah, I mean, that's totally true, right? If you have a family, you have kids and stuff, and you want peace and quiet. But, Dylan, you could wake up extra early to do that too, you know? That's what a lot of people do. They'll wake up extra early. They'll either do it late at night or they'll wake up extra early. You skip work today? Today's an exception. So you're working right now. You're coding in the morning. What are you doing skipping work, Devon, huh? But yes, it's going down with React. Moroccan mint is my favorite mint tea. Is it? I got like a variety tea pack. It was my birthday recently, and I got some stuff. Variety tea pack was one of them. Bunch of English breakfast tea though, which I try to avoid. Like if I'm gonna drink English breakfast tea, I might as well just drink coffee. I grow my own chocolate mint. You grow it and dry it for tea? Is really? I have a lifetime of dried basil for tea. That's pretty cool. Huh. I think if I get settled in a house where I know I'm gonna live there, you know, maybe for the rest of my life, I'll start growing stuff. Mint is impossible to kill if you want to grow it yourself. Really? Okay. I mean, the thing is, I don't want to set up special lighting for stuff like that. I don't mind putting out pots and growing, but I don't. Yeah, do you grow it on the patio? And you don't got to worry about bugs or anything? Like, I don't really know how to manage that. I think that's what I'm worried about. The reason why I'm not growing anything is because I think like bugs are going to get into it and I don't know how to manage that. I could look it up. I could figure it out, but I think that's what's held me back. Okay, cool. Oh my God. Okay, encapsulation. Damn, that is a disturbing picture. Mint handles the heat and cold very well. Really? Even survived a freeze? Really? There are safe pesticides you can use? Huh. Then why don't farmers use them? Why don't some farmers use them? Are they just expensive? Maybe at scale. Neem oil is organic and safe pesticides. Huh. All right, we're going to pause the music for a second. Oh, wait, no, it's just a picture. It's not a video. All right, encapsulation is a practice of hiding complexity inside a black box so that it's easier to focus on the problem at hand. The most basic example of encapsulation is a function. The caller of the function doesn't need to worry too much about what happens inside. They just need to understand the inputs and outputs. To use the calc acceleration function, we don't need to think about every individual line of code inside the function. We just need to know that if we give it inputs, then it gives us the correct acceleration as an output. Public and private. By default, all properties and methods in a class are public. That means that you can access them with the dot operator. Okay. Private data members are how we encapsulate logic and data within a class. To make a property or method private, you just need to prefix it with 2 underscores. What's the lack? Okay. Okay, so class wall 2 underscores. Gotcha. We do this because in this example, oh, gotcha. Self armor. I see. I just missed that. Armor and magic are private. We do this because in this example, armor and magic resistance are implementation details. After creating a wall, they don't matter anymore. Now the game developers can just call get defense and not worry about how it's calculated under the hood. Complete the wizard class constructor. It should set 2 private properties. Okay. So self stamina. All right. Equals stamina. Intelligence. Don't forget to make them private. Use the values passed into the constructor to set the properties. It should also set 3 public properties. All right. So health times 100, and then self.mana equals intelligence times 10. Cool. What are we building here? What's up, Headless Headhunter? We are going through the Boot.dev course. We're learning some Python. You're not derailing, Zinka. No, I like the conversation. Some do use it. LL, the farmer's market has usually grown that way. Oh, really? Huh. I guess I always look for stuff that says like no pesticides, but maybe I gotta look into what pesticides. I don't even know how you'd grow crops without pesticides. Yeah, because once you get bugs in your crops, like what do you do about it? Those crops are just kind of bad, aren't they? Like you can't just remove the bugs. I suppose you could kill the bugs inside. I don't know. I feel like you just have to prevent the bugs from even getting in the first place. But what do I know? I'm not a farmer. Maybe one day we'll be a farmer and we'll live stream it. Because why not, you know? Encapsulation is a practice of hiding code complexity inside a black box so that other developers working with the code don't have to worry about it. To be clear, it does not make the code more secure in a cryptographic or cybersecurity sense. It's a point I was personally confused about when I was first learning about private and public. That's actually a good point. Yeah. Because when you hear about like private properties and stuff like that, you think security, right? No. Encapsulation is about organization, not security. Encapsulation is like folders in an unlocked filing cabinet. They don't stop someone from peeking inside, but they do keep everything tidy and easy. What? Are you sure? Like if you set a property to private in a class in Python, you can't access that. So it doesn't, is that really like folders? I don't know if that analogy is correct. Private properties are good for keeping passwords safe. Encapsulation is a great way to make it easier for other developers to work with your code. Yes. I think it's declarative. I think it's... Yeah, I think it just kind of tells you more about your code. Buy a ton of ladybugs to eat all the insects, eating your crops. Ooh, okay. Kelsey coming in with the big brains. I like that. And I like ladybugs. I feel bad, like, if you pick up a ladybug and it gets scared and it pees. I like ladybugs. It's bad luck to kill them, too, isn't it? I'm superstitious. I won't walk under a ladder. To this day, I won't do it. Let's have ourselves a wizard's duel. Add the following methods to the wizard class. Get fireballed and drink mana potion. Get fireballed. This method operates on the instance of the class. It takes no inputs and returns no values explicitly, but it should remove 500 health from the wizard. All right. Actually, if we just run... What is this pass? Is it a skip? Yeah. I don't know what that pass is for. All right, so get fireballed. It takes 500 from the health. Health minus equals 500. And drink mana potion. It takes no instance. Okay. Just basically adds mana. Okay. Self.mana plus equals 100. Let's go. Cool. Encapsulation in Python. Python is a dynamic language, and that makes it difficult for the interpreter to enforce some of the safeguards that languages like Go do. That's why That's why encapsulation in Python is achieved mostly by convention rather than force. I mean, yeah, you don't get... Okay. You don't get that through JavaScript. I didn't know it was because it was interpreted. Interesting. But essentially, it is convention in JavaScript to do that. And you really just get the enforcement through TypeScript. Prefixing methods and properties with a double underscore is a strong suggestion to the users of your class that they shouldn't be touching that stuff. If a developer wants to break convention, there are ways to get around the double score or double underscore rule. I mean... Didn't really see any ways to get around it, besides just use it. Python enforces encapsulation by fully preventing developers from touching private. Nope. Other languages like Go have more strict ways to enforce encapsulation. Sure, I like this. I would actually really like that about Go. Okay, so we did earn the daily chest now. I don't think in a full live stream that we would be able to do the highest chest. We have to do the middle chest. I have a Jira story for the next few days to learn the ADA programming language, so I'll be having fun researching. I've never even heard of that. Interesting. After that, ramping up on a really old legacy code base at work, so that will be less fun. Oof. Yeah. We'll enjoy the fun while it lasts. Damn. Song's pretty good. I like this. I think I would have added this to my playlist if there weren't lyrics. Had to step away for a minute, but you're learning a bunch of backend stuff. Would you ever consider learning Tailwind? No, fuck that. No. I'm just gonna keep my CSS skills fresh. I ain't doing that. I did sit down. Oh yeah, I highly recommend. I just have the Jarvis one with the bamboo top. I bought it. I bought this stand desk 8 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that, and no regrets. It's freaking awesome, and it's very wide. It's like 60 inches wide. It's the best. I highly recommend it for everyone, every developer, eventually, if you can afford it. I can try to find a remix without lyrics. If you do, I will add that thing. Kind of just like this. Well, it doesn't really have that many lyrics. Do we just add this one? I might just add this one, to be honest, for now. Yeah, I'll add this one. I'm gonna add it to update my Nightbot with the new list every week. When should I do that? Should I do that on probably Saturday? Because Saturday I get all my videos scheduled and everything. Every Saturday. Re-import playlist for Nightbot. Looks good. And then I'll update it tomorrow. I only have a sitting desk. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like it's just so good for you to switch and rotate. You don't think about it, but we gotta pay attention to our posture as developers. It's like one of those things that just creeps up on you. Yeah, I need to get back to CSS. Been on Tailwind too long. I do like it though. I mean, if you're a backend developer, aspiring backend developer, you don't need to learn CSS. You just don't. Tailwind is fine. For me, someone who like was a front-end developer, I find it kind of ridiculous that I'm just going to let my CSS skills atrophy because I like CSS. If I didn't like it, I would just use something like Tailwind. But I like it. I like CSS a lot, actually. So to let those skills atrophy is just not happening. I don't know why, but it always seems like you're standing. Oh, really? Just because of the narrow camera view or something like that. That's weird. That's a tough one. I do build faster with Tailwind. I mean, like, it depends on what your goals are, you know? Are you aiming for a front end or full stack? Then, you know, get comfortable with CSS. If you're aiming for back end, fuck it. That's the thing. Oh, and you were responding to Kelsey. Yeah. Cool. Let's do the duel. Let's give our wizards the ability to launch fireballs at each other. Complete the cast fireball and is alive method. Cast fireball. If there isn't enough mana to cast a fireball, see fireball cost at the top of the file. Okay. and make sure to, whoops, raise an exception with a message, cannot cast Fireball, where underscore is the wizard's name. If the wizard has enough mana, reduce their mana by the Fireball cost and make sure to call get Fireballed on the target wizard or they'll be stuck in an endless battle. Okay. So the exceptions, how do we raise an exception? I think it's like, oops. This spellbook is pretty useful. Raise, okay, literally raise. Man, the syntax is just so English friendly. It's so readable. Raise. Okay, so if what are we doing? Cast Fireball. What's the exception we're raising? Cannot cast Fireball. So if not potion mana, Fireball cost. If no, self.mana is less than Fireball cost, then raise exception. And that is going to be with a message. Okay. F. Name cannot cast Fireball. And then we are going to do target get Fireballed. The T is helping a little bit with energy. If the wizard's health is greater than 0 and false otherwise. Okay. Self.health is greater than 0. Or, I mean, just return self.health is greater than 0. Failed both. Awesome. Okay. I think this is fine. Fired bulb? Rincewind cannot cast Fireball. Wait, what are we doing here? Name? Where am I getting name? Okay. At no one in particular. Wait, no. Raise a cannot. No, what am I doing? No. This is self. So we're checking the mana. And then what's our next error? We're not reducing the mana. Cool. Let's go. Python is Zen AF. It is. I actually, yeah. Python is chill to write. What do you think of JavaScript, Zinka? Have you been spending a lot of time with JavaScript? Are you still kind of like diving deep into CSS? For me personally, it's really not hard for me to switch from Tailwind to vanilla CSS. Tailwind is basically just if you're good with CSS, yes. The problem is my only issue with Tailwind is new developers. And most people, I have no idea with you, Turtle, but most people that say that they could switch just fine, they usually suck with CSS when you dive into their CSS fundamentals. So I don't know if you're a professional dev, you've been working with CSS for a while. I have no idea. But a lot of people that say that they can, no. You strip Tailwind from them, they're fucking lost. Like, you give them anything challenging. You gonna stream later tonight? What's up, live stream? I don't think I'm gonna stream later tonight. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna game on Saturday morning. Let me see though. I'm actually curious. Man, he still hasn't booked anything? Oh, okay. He booked it for later. I think I'm gonna do gaming on Saturday mornings. I think so. I don't know if I'm gonna game tonight. I'd rather get some coursework done. JS is chaos. CSS more than JS. JS is still confusing. Yeah, JS takes a little bit to get down. 1.5 years? 1.5 years of what? What are you asking? I'm looking forward to the desks at my new job. Oh, okay. Standing, sit, down desk. Let's go. All right, I like it. I was looking to get a standing sit desk at home, especially since my job is hybrid. Honestly, I think it's I mean, like, you know your finances, but I think it's worth the investment when you have some extra funds. I really do. It's one of the better investments I made for my career. I enjoyed your WoW streams. If you ever bring them back, I've been thinking about actually. So we are playing a liminal space game. And I think it's more like it's not even liminal space at this point. I don't even know what you'd call it. But once I beat that, I think I'm going to play some WoW Hardcore, to be honest. I'm kind of missing WoW Hardcore, so I might play that on stream. I think I'll probably play a Hunter. All right, I have to go. Have a great weekend. All right, take care, Jessa. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. It'd be cool if, like, other people played WoW Hardcore, but I'm, like, the only one. But WoW Hardcore, I think, if you liked World of Warcraft, WoW Hardcore is fun to watch. It's nostalgic, and it's chill. That's what I like about it. You don't even have to have a subscription and play it. You could still go to WoW streams. That's what I do. I go to WoW streams. It's just kind of chill to watch. I like it, even though I don't have an active subscription. I wish they made giant wraparound standing. Oh, desks. I need a really massive desk for all my monitors, laptops. What? How many? What? Why? Why do you have so much? Really? How many monitors do you have? I have 3. Why do you need more than 3? Because I'm extra. Okay. That's all right. That's a good reason. Yeah. You are extra. That is very true. I am not going to debate that with you. Yeah, watching is more fun nowadays. Subscription is hell without a job. Yeah, totally get it. I have 3, but one is XL. I have one that's XL. I don't know about you, Zinka. Age of Dragons is a game about resource management and strategy. The game is a feature that allows players to manage their resources in a bank. The bank is a feature that allows players to deposit and withdraw funds. All right. Set up the constructor. Oh, it's being pretty explicit. Count number. Self balance equals. I think like wording it would help reinforce it. Like just telling me what to type doesn't help reinforce it. Complete the public getters. So the get account number method to get the value of the private variable, like this. I mean, it's a little bit more wordy, but it's better. I don't know. Maybe there's no... I just feel like kind of... So it's very clear. This is very clear of what to set, but I think having wording that makes you think a little bit more and it's not as clear, but it's still clear enough, will further reinforce it, if that makes sense. Complete the get account number method to get the value of the private variable. We're just doing getters and setters. It's a pretty common thing to build. Complete the get balance. Return self balance. It should accept an amount as input and add it to the account balance. Self.balance. Okay. Whoop. If the deposit amount isn't positive, it should raise, okay, with the message cannot deposit 0 or negative funds. If amount is greater than 0, or we'll do less than or equal to 0. Raise exception 0 or negative funds. Otherwise, it should add the amount. Withdrawal, it should accept an amount and check if there's enough money in the account for the withdrawal. If the withdrawal amount isn't positive, okay. If amount, oh my god, JavaScript. If amount is less than or equal to 0, raise exception, cannot, blah, 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 cannot withdraw 0 or negative funds. Then if there are not enough funds, if damn it, JavaScript. Do we just switch to Python permanently? Is that what we do? If balance is less than the withdrawal amount, raise exception, a value error exception, value, what the fuck? A value error, insufficient funds. Otherwise, it should deduct from the amount. Self dot balance minus equals the amount. That should do it. Nope, failed everything. Let's go. Oh, it's literally just this. Okay. Okay, one failed. We're almost there. Cannot deposit 0 or negative funds. Why is that wrong? Oh, wait. It's letting me? If amount is less than or equal to 0. I mean, is this what we're getting back, or... We don't have to return after we raise an exception, do we? No. Give me the expected. Wait, where'd it go? Hello? We need a value error here. It's the exception. Oh, we're raising a general exception, and I didn't read. It's looking for a value error. There we go. No. Oh, okay. Okay, let's take a look. This is going to be a value. Wait, we're not doing any exceptions, are we? It's literally talking about value error for everything. Okay. What? Okay. What? Oh. I figured it was that. Okay. Submit. Let's go. Spelling errors for the win. I like it. We'll probably keep going for a little bit. I'd like to finish this section. Sorry I had to step away again to put my kid down for a nap, but yeah, I definitely need a new desk. I can't put anything on the right side of my desk, and the whole section falls. Ooh, yeah, you need a new desk. Damn. Yeah. Hold on. All right, let's catch up with Twitch and Zinka being extra. How are you fitting it on there? I got credit card stuff and bank stuff. I'm not gonna take a picture. But so my desk, I think you just need a wide desk. Like I got it's like it's really like this is how I don't know. It's hard to show on camera, but it's just long. I don't know. It's long and it's wide. I just fit things. What do you mean? You might have like a narrow desk or something, Zinka. But it's 60 inches wide. And so what I have is I have like each monitor diagonal pointing at me on the sides. And then obviously my main one is pointing at me. Do you know Next? When do you think is a good time to move from React to Next? I don't know. Once you need to at least flesh out like a personal project with React. I would argue when you've probably built a few React projects with a front end that don't really have a back end. Maybe you're using local storage or something like that to save data. You can you could choose to go the Firestore route and integrate that with its SDK, or you can maybe pick up Next. It just becomes harder to learn React through Next. It's not like you can't do it as a newer developer. It's just, here's the problem. I want you to discover the limitations of front end first and kind of create that, just conceptualize that data flow in the different parts of the stack that it's touching and what it does. And I think Next obscures that way too easily, or way too quickly. So I think like having an understanding of like what happens kind of on the front end, what happens on the back end is probably better. I'm not saying you have to like learn back end, but you need to understand what's happening on the back end. It's not just a black box. And once you can kind of dig into, okay, back end is a routing, which then receives the request, which then maybe communicates with the database. Like you should have that knowledge before you dive into Next. Because I almost think it's like the full stack aspect of Next that I'm more worried about. I don't really care that it enforces some sort of routing. I think actually I do. That's not true. You should be comfortable with React Router as well. And you should develop your own convention, whether you're going to have a giant routing file, whether you're going to be more modular about it. Develop your own convention with React Router, which is going to be way more common in professional front-end positions. Next is not popular. It's not like at scale, not professionally. It's a Twitter popular thing. But it's just kind of like it's just culturally popular right now, but professionally it is not widely used. So yeah, React Router is going to be another thing. And then just understanding the difference in the separation between front end and back end, and then dive into Next. I need to swap my keyboard. My enter button keeps sticking. Oh, really? Oh, no. My desk is narrow, but it is like 6 feet one way and 10 feet the other? That's narrow to you? How much desk space do you need? What? So mine is 60 inches. Mine's 5 feet wide. Or 5 feet long, or however you would say it. What? I think you have like organizational issues, Zinka. I gave a little of it to my husband for his computer too, though, so it's not all my desk. Okay. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, then it's going to be a bit crowded. Just give him his own desk. Haven't found that to be the case. My company is switching entirely to Next, and I've heard that others at many shops use Next. Oh, it's entirely the case, yeah. Just because your company is switching to Next doesn't mean it's popular professionally. Yeah, Next is not prominent over React and React Library. And just probably having like a Webpack. Sometimes you have Vite. But yeah, Next is very few in terms of job postings. Or I wouldn't even say job postings, but actual what you're using in the workplace. Yeah, no problem, Devon. I agree with you, though, that understanding React TypeScript before diving into Next is a much better idea than jumping straight into Next. Yeah, well, we agree on that, but I completely... Jake Devs, if you want to prove me wrong, pull up 200 job postings and mark them down for front-end positions. And you're going to mix it between front-end and full stack that use React. I think you'll find when you actually dig into it, and we're just talking about job postings. I'm not even talking about the people that I stay in touch with that are actually React devs that don't use Next. I'm just talking about job postings in general. Next jobs are not as prominent as Twitter makes them seem. You're going to have way more React shops that are going to be using React Router. They're not going to be using Next. Or I should say, you're going to have way more React shops that don't use Next. My desk is like 4 feet. I mean, I don't even know. Damn, like 10 feet? That's crazy. 10 feet? There's something off with Zinka. There's a lot of things I want to do with my workspace. It'd be nice to get the monitor stands that hold 3 monitors so my monitors don't take up most of my desk. Yeah, like, and it'll attach to the back of it. I had that before. Bro, got a king size. I know, Zinka. Yeah, Zinka. That desk is huge. That's crazy to me. Pupil records. Players can recruit wizard pupils into their armies. Depending on the pupil's marks, they gain different in-game abilities. For sure, Next jobs are not going to be as common as React jobs. One of the reasons that I agree that learning React is better, but it isn't common at large. Then what are you arguing? Because you... who are you arguing with then? I haven't found that to be true. So what did I say? What did I say? I said specifically, and correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I say that more places are going to have kind of like a React setup without Next, right? That was the point I was making. And then you disagreed with that point. But it isn't. I never said it isn't. I guess it depends on what you mean by uncommon. At large tech companies? No, I never mentioned anything about large tech companies. No. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I think I would say it's more common in startup world than it is, like, I know I didn't say this, but I would say it's way more common in the startup world to see a Next shop than a larger tech company. Generally, you're going to have a much more sophisticated backend that's going to use more tested, scalable setups. Yeah, it is uncommon. It is uncommon. It's way more common in popularity with Twitter. But yes, it's not like I wouldn't say you'd never see it at big tech, but I would actually make the argument that, and this is an assumption, this isn't me going off of any data or anything that I've heard, but I would make the assumption that Next is less popular in terms of, like, if you're comparing it to the stacks that larger tech companies use, and they'll often use like different tech stacks. It's way less common in big tech companies than it is small companies and startups. Next is really popular with startups. It's really popular, and for a good reason. But yeah, generally, like, yeah, larger tech companies are going to have a more sophisticated backend setup, which Next is just not designed to do. Next is very weak in that area. You have to pair like a bunch of third-party libraries that you just got to connect. It's just connecting a bunch of pieces with Next. Next is not meant for large scalable backends at all. Next is fucking terrible with that. And I think we have to like really, we got to call that shit out, because it's like introducing React into every fucking application. Next does not need to be in every application. It's good to kind of get an app off the ground. And it's meant to build websites, but when you have sophisticated, scalable applications, Next is fucking shitty. It's not what it's meant for, and we shouldn't be pushing libraries to build stuff that it's not meant for. So that's my official opinion with Next. And there's a Next cult that will push it with anything. Just like, that's why I created that video about React. There's a React is a cult in itself. And React does not need to be pushed into every fucking application. It just doesn't. It's injected in way too many applications. All right, let's get some more mint tea. Pupil records. Players can recruit wizard pupils into their armies. Depending on the pupil's marks, they gain different in-game abilities. Complete the student class. The constructor should set the name parameter to the name instance variable. All right, let's go. Should initialize a private data member called __ courses to an empty dictionary. Yeah, I'm building one of my projects in Next to get an MVP out there very quickly. It's really good for that. Yeah, but I can't imagine how much of a headache it'd be to use Next in a big project. Holy shit, to use Next in any of the applications that we worked on professionally is just like, even if we could use Next and I can go back in time and use that, fuck that. Not for the back end. Just not for the back end. I think it creates a little bit more organization on the front end. And I can, there are arguments between like whether it's scalable on the front end or not. I'm not opposed to Next being pretty scalable on the front end. It's just, it has limitations on the back end. And we don't need to, when you're having to piece together a dozen different external services to do what you're trying to do to make Next work for a team of even like 20 plus developers, it's like, what the fuck are you doing at that point? What are you doing? Why are you trying to make something work that was never meant to work like that? And this is exactly what I'm talking about with the Next cult. It's exactly what I'm talking about. It just, I don't know. Sometimes you're going to have some companies that have different needs but to even ever market it or advertise it as like it's going to be prevalent in the industry, and especially like with big tech companies, no. It's just like, it's not that it doesn't necessarily exist within big tech companies, and they might have smaller projects like that. You might even have a single big tech company that has a Next.js stack. It's just not common. And I think we can't get caught into that cult-like community that Next is to push stuff like that. We can't. We have to understand the limitations of the tools that we're pushing out. But that's the JavaScript world in general, dude. Now you got me ranting. That's just the JavaScript world in general, just pushing out shit that does not need to be used. It just doesn't for majority of applications. I'm not gonna rant. I'm gonna end up like creating a whole new video that I record out of this if I go into a rant. I'm done. I've ranted. All right, have a good one, Kelsey. Take care. I don't think I have anything more to say. I think that's it. All right. It should take a score as a parameter. If score is 90 or above, the function. Okay. Again, like word it in like a paragraph or something. Maybe think about this. If score is 90 or above, then return A. Okay, we don't have a score that we're recording on the instance. Okay. I can honestly say that I don't know. I kind of felt free after I created that video shitting on the JavaScript world and front end in general. It did like, I felt like it wasn't a weight off my shoulder. Well, kind of. It felt like I was just trapped in like a cult. The JavaScript world is just really weird. I don't think it teaches you good practices, which is why I'm usually against, if you're going to go for a full stack or backend role, I don't think JavaScript should be your first language. I used to say, why not? Because you could build anything with it and then you could jump into projects quickly. I think JavaScript is a terrible first programming language to learn. And I think if you are just focused on front end, I think learning JavaScript to be able to interact with the DOM is fine for your first programming language. It's completely fine. But I just think courses in the ecosystem teach really bad habits in terms of programming in general. I don't think it's that good. The rain came from the soul. He was waiting for it. I always like Python more. Python makes so much more sense. Really? Why do you think Python makes more sense than JavaScript? I'm used to C# for backend-ish, but I still need more work. Okay. You think Python makes more sense? Why do you think it makes more sense? Like, is this more readable, or like you're able to interpret it more easily? If else if or elif. We'll say greater than or equal to 80. That's more readable. And score is less than or equal to 89. Python was my first programming language. It was so easy learning the syntax and the fundamentals of programming compared to JS. A lot of people say that. It's readable. Like, when I look at the code, I can tell exactly what it's doing. Okay, and the required indentation makes it look nice. I like order. Yeah, maybe I was like, I always forget this term. What's the term where you're a prisoner and you basically, I don't know, develop like positive feelings for your captor? I always forget this term all the time. What is that term? And the require, I mean, I could make something like Python in boot camp. 3 years later, I still struggle with JS. That's fair. Stockholm syndrome. I might have Stockholm syndrome with JavaScript. Honestly, I might. I like to be able to slap code it any which way and have prettier fix it all instantly. I like prettier. You do? Yeah, I might. And I probably push JavaScript a lot because it's like, because you could do anything with it. And here's why I push JavaScript pretty heavily too. Because before 2020, you could just pick up Node.js positions. Like, you could go through your MERN stack tutorial or whatever, and you can, or Postgres, pair it with whatever, and you can get jobs. And then in 2021 and 2022, like later 2021, earlier 2022, you could do that as well. And it was fine because it just was, everyone was hiring for devs. But now we've kind of gotten really, well, the problem is that so many people came out of coding boot camps and self-taught that just went through the MERN stack tutorial, and then everyone's competing with each other with it. So they're only choosing like good developers, not developers that just like pick up a MERN stack tutorial and build a few projects with it. But yeah, I think JavaScript was just a wrong way to go. We had a big cultural push for like full stack Node.js applications. I think it was a big mistake for the industry. I used to support it. I don't think I do anymore. JavaScript has no rules. It lets you write whatever you want, whether it works or not. Kind of for some things. I mean, it doesn't have type safety. And it has forced type conversions, which can be iffy. But I think it's semi-strict. I would argue like a lot of the conventions that you're going to get are probably from frameworks and stuff, like enforced conventions with a lot of different languages. Because Python doesn't have, I don't know if Python has the auto, like if we compare, let's do this. Well, we could do this. Like if we do this, it has the coercion, right? No? Oh, it's not even... We should be able to print it out. What? It doesn't have coercion? Oh, well, that's not how you... Well, that is how you concatenate. What does this do? Oh, huh. There's no coercion in Python at all. That's how it should be. JavaScript is loose with stuff like that. I think it's also very important to look at what languages are popular based on where you live, your first language. Yeah, 100%. That is something to consider, Dylan. You're right about that. I should almost warn people that, like, there needs to be a tag. I don't know if there is a tag, but, like, fuck Next.js. I should almost warn people that I'm pretty critical. I feel like I've been charitable, though. That's not true, because I am giving advice like, hey, Next can be a good supplement when you want to spin up a backend, but you don't want to learn backend eventually. I feel like that's very charitable. When in reality, I think developers should really lengthen their journey, and if they're going to go the full stack route, they should learn backend. So I feel like I'm being pretty charitable. I don't think I need to warn people about my opinions about Next. I feel like I'm more charitable now than I used to be. JS is like English. It's incredibly marketable and widely used, but makes no sense. You don't think English makes sense? Point proven? Yeah, oh yeah, with the coercion. Unrelated note, but the animation versus coding video please me to the soul, even though it's Python. The animation versus coding video? What video? Next is incredibly overrated, and this is coming from an ex Next. Yeah, you used it for a while. You don't use Next in your current job, right? No, English has no rules. It makes no sense. What do you mean it doesn't have rules? The letter C is an enigma? Why? Are you just making this stuff up? What? Okay, explain. Teach us. I think it's good advice. I'm working on going full stack, but focusing, knowing React, the basics of backend. I think that's the way to go, and then pick up Next. Yeah. It's going to put me to sleep. Add course. Should take the calculate letter grade based on the score. Calculator, wait, it should, calculate letter grade. Gotcha. So self.calculate letter grade. And we just pass in the score, right? It should set the course name. It should calculate. So it returns that. I mean, are we just returning this? What are we doing with that? Okay, it should set the course name. I probably should have continued reading. Should set the that's a student name. Add course. As a key in the course's dictionaries. Okay. And calculate the letter grade as a corresponding value. I mean, then let's just do this. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. We'll see if it works. Ceiling? What do you mean? Cake? Choose? Because it has a K sound? Is that why? So you think like C just shouldn't exist? But what about ch? You need C for ch. You next haters will probably like this take. You can argue about whether or not to use React, but if you're ever using React, you should just use Next instead. It's more optimized. React. Are you trolling? Is Turtle instigating with us? Is he gaslighting? I think he's gaslighting. What do you guys think? As for the, I literally just explained it, Turtle. Okay, so you are gaslighting and you just tossed out like an entire rant of what I just said. I think you deserve, Let me ask you this. You've been here for a while, right? Let me see. When did Turtle enter the chat? Was he here for the rant or not? Was he here for the rant or not? You guys remember? When did he arrive? We can look at chat history. Because I explained all of this. Since 10 a.m.? Okay. You deserve that. 1 hour timeout. I'm pretty sure he was already on his way out just trolling. You 100% deserve that. Things are in order again. If you were trolling, I think that'd be funny. But I don't like people arguing when they're not engaging with the actual points that I'm making. And if I have to repeat myself, like, you're just arguing to argue. You deserve a timeout for that. I think it would have been funnier if you were trolling, though. C is an important letter for English and programming. No, I don't think it shouldn't make sense. I just think it's weird. Oh, you just think it's weird? C? Why is... I guess I never really focused on that. What's with the silent letters? That's fair. Silent letters are weird. What is with the silent letters? What the hell, English? I think he was, but continuing it. Well, no, he said no. If he did a kappa, yeah. No, he didn't do a kappa. I asked him. I'm like, are you trolling? He said no. No, you need a... Okay, wait. Do we think he... Like, that should have been a kappa? Was he being sarcastic? Because then he asked, why do you disagree? I think he was gaslighting. Maybe. I don't know. All right, take care, Devon. We're having a really important conversation. I'm sorry you have to miss it. But thanks for joining us. I don't think he was trolling. I think he was serious. That's why you need a kappa. Then I think the hour-long was good. Or, yeah, the hour-long timeout was good. I bet you guys he was being serious. I don't think he's instigating. In fact, yeah, I think I'm right on that. I don't think he was joking. Let's see. It should return the private courses dictionary. All right. So actual grades. This isn't how we. Is this how we add a property? Oh no. What am I even doing there? Run. Okay. Let's go. Hell yeah. We beat it. Encapsulation. Oh, let's go. All right. Hell yeah. All right, let's do a poll in Twitch. Oh, we only have 7 people. No point. But we beat it. So the next 3 that we have is abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. And then what are we doing after that? We are doing... Okay, so we learn object-oriented programming, then we build an app, then learn functional programming, which is bigger than the object-oriented. Interesting. And then we build a static site generator. So what I heard, I think, who told me? Guided Tuba. I think she mentioned these were the 2 harder courses. Like, it starts getting hard around here. So we'll try the static site generator. I think that should be fun. I'll probably do like a no backseating rule with this one. And yeah. Oh, I'm coming to Twitch. I have YouTube pulled up. I using Twitch chat. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to continue restreaming to YouTube and Twitch for sure. So whatever platform you prefer. But welcome. Welcome to the good side. All right, hold up. All right. All right, cool. That's it. We could stay in chat for like a few minutes or whatever. If you guys have any web dev or career questions, feel free to let me know. But we'll chill out for a little bit. Too late. You're already here. I like Twitch a lot more. YouTube just gave up on its live streaming tools. They just gave up. If they didn't give up, I'd like it, but they were competing for a little bit, but I think they just realized it's not cost effective. They just prefer people to create videos on YouTube. I don't know. Not gonna lie, Twitch's chat is so much better. I just like being able to watch previous streams on YouTube. But you could watch that on Twitch, though. In fact, I'll almost always stream on Twitch. I'll mostly stream on YouTube. You can watch past streams on Twitch. Any advice on what order to put things on your resume? I currently have it. Work experience and projects, skills, education. Do you have professional experience or no, Kadao? Like professional dev experience. Yeah, I guess Twitch doesn't make it that clear. Yeah, 1 year full-time. Experience is always going to go first. So you have your basic info. summary should be very relevant to the position if you can make it. Usually I recommend just ditch the summary, but put the title you're aiming for underneath your name. But yeah, basic information section, and then summary if you're going to include one, and better not be generic. And then your experience, then your projects, then your education at the bottom. Oh, education and affiliations or volunteer work or whatever. Or even if you're like, again, you can mention it's a volunteer position, but if you have like, if you volunteer to build a website for free or something like that, like it is volunteer work at a nonprofit, that can look really good to put under your experience. You just mentioned that it was volunteer. But yeah, you can have your own volunteer section. Yeah, because you're still highlighting your projects with only 1 year of professional experience. But yeah, that's the order I'd go in. Shoot, I do have a question. Do you have any tips on standing out at a new company, like the qualities you saw in successful engineers at your old job? Good communication, good rapport with people. That's probably like the biggest thing, is just building relationships at that company. You know, be resourceful enough to try stuff out on your own, but know when you need to be humble enough to ask for help. Like, don't, you know, accept that feedback openly. So yeah, that's two things. It's like that balance of resourcefulness with humbleness. But that rapport is huge. Yeah, no problem, Kadao. What's up, Vrish? How's it going? It's going pretty well. We're just at the end. Just got done with our little section. We're going to continue going forward. Probably next week, we'll complete the entire object-oriented course, and then we'll go into the asteroids one. I think that should be good. Yeah, and I went on a rant about Next. That's true, too. I still can't tell. I'm like 99% sure Turtled was not trolling. I saw no kappas. That's true. I feel like I didn't ask enough questions at my internship due to imposter syndrome. And it's not even asking questions. It's more about like when you get, I mean, sometimes you got to ask, right? You don't want to be stuck forever. Yeah, you'll find that balance for sure. But I would say rapport as in like, how's your day going? You know what I mean? Like just casual conversation. As good as a framework itself, it's like this, it's literally my argument. Next has its pros and cons. It has its limitations. It's a tool, and when you use that tool for every single job, you're wrong. You're just wrong. I don't care what argument you have. If you push that tool for every single job, you are just wrong. I disagree. Justice for Turtle. Yeah, there's no way I'm timing out a... Turtle's been here a while. I'm not timing him out a week. I honestly, someone new that was doing... I probably would have timed him out for a week, for sure. No, but Turtle's a regular. Justice for Turtle. I don't disagree, just no comment when I don't have experience on it. It's like, if we were to engage, so essentially, I don't even think I want to engage with the argument. Yeah, never mind. Well, everyone I interviewed with was super friendly, so that'll probably be easy. That's awesome. Yeah, that's always good. I'm gonna stand up. Dude, I'm telling you, my back is... Something's up with my back again. I don't think it's gonna go out, but I need a new mattress topper. I hate my mattress topper so much. I have more contracts coming in the near future, even before I release my course, I think. So I think when they do come in, I'll probably get a new mattress topper. I found techies are in one of two camps. The nicest, coolest people are total smug buttheads. Yeah, that's fair. I don't like smugness at all. But I did like shit. I forgot the names already. Silicon Valley actors. I did like Guilfoyle though in Silicon Valley. That was such a good show. Oh, Rish, you're the butthead? I really hope I get the friendly one and not the passive. Dude, I can't stand passive aggressive people. I cannot stand passive aggressive people. Dude, I just straight up ban people for being passive aggressive in my chat. It's that one personality trait. Like, I can stand smugness way more than passive aggressive people. But if you get a smug person that is passive aggressive, oof. I can't stand passive aggressive people. I'm too candid for that. Need one person with patience for me? What kind of person are you? Anonymous. V is cool too. He's just picking on himself. Dumb isn't a thing. If you stay at the company long enough, you'll just know everything in and out, so you'll automatically be perceived as smart. Wait, who said they were dumb? Oh, is the implication that when Anonymous said need one person with patience that you're dumb? Is that what you were implying, or maybe I just missed it? Any plans for the weekend? No, not this weekend. Working. Those are my plans. Because last weekend, definitely did not work. But this weekend, I want to catch up with content, and I want to work on my course. I feel like I'm kind of like in a rhythm right now with the coursework. I might as well just ride it. What about you? Do you guys have any plans for this weekend? Generally quiet. Oh, too shy to ask questions, but friendly for communication. Do try my best for whatever I'm doing. Gotcha. Oh, I said I'm dumb. Should have figured that one out, done. Oh, yeah, you do say you're dumb a lot. That's true. I agree with Frisch on that. Also, I am slow. I always felt like I was slow. I remember going through the coding boot camp and the DSA stuff. I felt like people picked it up so much faster than me. And it made me think, like, do I even belong here many times? You're going to be faster at certain things and slower at others. And everyone's learning speed is different. But it's not like the learning speed or comprehension speed, like, off the bat with something that you don't know that's going to determine, like, how other people are going to perceive you, like Vish said. A lot of it's going to be domain knowledge that you're going to be looked at or perceived as intelligent. It just doesn't matter how fast you get there. It just matters that you get there, because most people give up and they'll be discouraging of themselves. My plan this weekend is to try to grind out a demo for my project. Okay, this will let me show employers during the interviews, which would be huge. Yeah, having something to show would be huge, Cadell. I think that's a great idea. The essay is hard. Yeah, it is. When you don't practice it, it is, for sure. I just joined a programming Discord, and it seems like everyone in it is smug buttheads. I'm probably going to leave it. That sounds like a crappy Discord. Oof. Where did you find the Discord? Was it just like a content creator, or did you use like the Discovery? Okay. I don't know if he's still here, but we'll unleash the turtle. I wouldn't do that to the community. It's based around tech that I... Oh, okay. Use regularly and don't want to burn my... Oh, fair enough. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Well, okay. I was just looking... I think I was like more asking like where do you guys find Discord communities more than like that specific one. Because usually like the only Discord communities I join are just from my favorite content creators, you know? You've been vindicated. Zinka's social justice for you got you released, Turtled. Small content creators' discords are wholesome usually. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I've joined larger ones. I don't even know why I joined larger ones. I never pay attention to the chat or participate in them. I think I'm part of Boot.dev and Scrimp, obviously, because I'm partnered with them. But I don't talk in them. You joined all of them, but how many of them do you... Like, how many Discords are you active in? Discord is a pretty solid place to find Discord servers. Yeah, I think I put our Discord server on that website and different websites like that. And what happened was we got a bunch of bots. So, yeah, that's the problem with that. She's hardly ever active on her own server, let alone other servers. Oh, really? Zinka's pretty active in my server, I'd say. Whatever tech I'm using, I look up the Discord channel I'm part of, Tailwind, React, Query, Nest. Gotcha, okay. So there's official, like, there's an official Nest server and React. That's interesting. I like to use the larger ones to search the help or bug channels. If I get stuck on something and the docs aren't... Okay, so you guys joined the specific library channels. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess so we have that Twitch authentication library, Twerple. I think I'm in their server. I do think I'm in their server, because I try to use AI to solve some really weird, obscure thing, and then I had to search for their server, or through their server to find what I was looking for. But yeah, I guess that can be helpful. I think that's the only library-specific server I'm in, though. Don has a cartoon drawing kind of icon. Oh, yeah, for the server. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that was generated from someone with a freelance website. I think I would just get AI to do it now. Honestly, like a lot of my art, a lot of stuff, I just get AI to do design for me. I probably will never pay another designer. But I'm not someone that like really hires a lot of graphic designers. But AI is eventually going to create really good thumbnails. There are apps that do that anyways. Yeah, AI can do that. I mean, for better or worse, it can do that. I don't have money to pay a designer. That's why I don't pay one. Yeah, there's music. What do you mean? You're just now discovering there's music in Twitch streams? Really? Oh, what's up, Fanta? This is not a bad way to spend a lunch break. What's up? How you doing? What are you eating for lunch? React Miami? Dude, I'd love to go to a dev Miami event. I'll draw you an avatar. I'll capture your essence. Sounds troll. Yeah, you were just missing out, man. There's like no music on YouTube. I don't think I can play like 2 streams of music. That would be... My sound setup is already complicated. To try to figure that out seems very complicated. Oh, no, Zinka, you're not drawing me an avatar. I thought you were talking about Vrish. Yeah, Yeah, Zinka has a thing for furries, so she might put you in like a furry suit. Yeah, like, that's exactly anonymous. Like, why even mention it? She keeps mentioning it because she's a furry. Like, there's no way a non-furry mentions furry stuff that often. Chicken salad in a can? It's good as long as you don't think about how much it looks like cat food. I used to eat canned food all the time, and I loved it. When I would teach swim lessons, we had no microwave or anything in the aquatics area, and I just like open up a can and start eating it. I don't know why, but Twitch chat does seem a bit more chill. I think I like Twitch chat. It's pretty chill. Sometimes I get like random messages in YouTube that make no sense. Like Dimitri said, like 1.5 years. Like we weren't talking about anything that would warrant a duration like that. And I was literally talking about 2 years and 3 months. The only thing I could think of, it's just like there's no nouns or verbs. Like people just do not use full sentences on YouTube. And some of the stuff that's said on YouTube, like it is just like extremely broken English or anything. I just can't interpret some of it. But if we have regulars who stop by, usually you'll type it out. But I just get like weird messages like, what am I supposed to make of this? But on Twitch, like I totally understand everything. And also, YouTube needs a Kappa emote, and it doesn't have one. Don and Zinka should go to a furry con. That is not a brilliant idea. Holy shit, Dylan. Get out of my Twitch channel. Get out. Out. Wait, no, that's not happening. You know what? I gotta eat. I'm hungry. It's like 12:40. So I'm gonna go eat and ditch this whole idea and pretend this conversation never happened. YouTube chat be like, hello, I'm from insert foreign company. What boot camp? Yep. That is YouTube chat in a nutshell, Dylan. You've been around long enough to know that for sure. Furry stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. I'll be live on Monday. We'll continue with the Boot.dev stuff. And we'll do more morning streams all throughout next week. I think I'm going to do a gaming stream tomorrow, same time, probably 9:30 Central. And yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. Let's go ahead and raid someone. I'll go offline on YouTube. All right, see you, YouTube. Take care.